Hey, I'm Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Team Riser Fall to talk about some Beasties Boomers for Thursday, June 30th. Last day of June, and boom, we're into July. Don't mind the rosy cheeks. I caught some sun at a softball game last night, and then when you wash the face and brush your teeth, it just happens to present itself again. I am okay. It is not Christmas. I am not Santa Claus. When we look at today's schedule, it's a very light slate, and it's kind of every once in a while we'll get a 5 or 6 game main slate, and it's like, you can breathe a sigh of relief after we dig into 15 games, 30 plus teams, and thousands of players on a daily, nightly basis. But tonight, it's cool and easy. We can do the old Mr. Miyagi, rest in peace, Undertaker thing. I don't know, I'm jibber jabbering. But when we look at today's schedule, main slate is 5 games, 7:05 on FanDuel. Main on DK is 7 games. That one locks at 6:05. And then on Yahoo, their main slate looks to be 5 games, and that one is at 7:05. If you want to play along at home, you want to screen share and do all that stuff, make sure you go to the website, and when you get there, use promo code BEAST. You'll get $10 off your first month of premium services. And again, this video is free. My daily favorite one-off stack article is free. And when you go to the Discord, most of that stuff is free as well, but there are some premium options. You get cores on a nightly basis from coaches like me. You do get to hang in a pre-lock channel leading up to baseball. And right now, baseball's the only game in town unless you're playing golf DFS, which we have here too. NASCAR, they got everything at Team Riser Fall. If you can bet on it or play DFS, you could find it here at Team Riser Fall. Enough with the nonsense. Let's talk about baseball. Here we are, back at it again, and today there are a few things I want to do. Won't keep us here all day or morning here, but right here you have the Study Hub, both available for FanDuel, DraftKings, Super Draft, all of that. Over here we have the Team Riser Fall projections, and as you can see, updated at 7:08 this morning. So shout out to CG for getting up probably at 4 a.m. To get everything rolling for the update. Super Draft, DraftKings, and then over here I feel bad. I haven't referenced the Stacks tool in probably a week, but here we go. I'm going to leave it on DraftKings because, again, I know a lot of you are way into DK, and that is all fine and dandy. When we look at today's schedule, as I said, there's only 5 games on the main slate. I want to discuss the Tampa Bay Rays going to Toronto to play the Blue Jays in the Rogers Center. First pitch there is at 7:07 p.m. 73 degrees. There's an 8-mile-an-hour wind, from home plate to second base. But guess what? The Rogers Center, it's a beautiful stadium. It's a dome if they want. But looking at today's, nightly weather, 73 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, the thing's probably going to be open, which is awesome. Let me bring in, I'm just going to go right to Tampa Bay. That's the one I want to stack here. And when you look at the team point implied total in this one, it can be tricky. So early this morning, there was no real over-under stuff to find. It might be a last-minute thing. As you can see, UCL Kikuchi is pitching for Toronto here, but tonight, at 7:05 in Toronto, Tampa Bay are on the road, and they're opening tonight a 4-game series against Toronto. And truth be told, people, this series is going to be, outstanding, balls to the wall, however you want to put it. Excuse my language here. But when we look at this one, Toronto's been awesome, and they continue a homestand. The last 10 games, over 500, riding a 2-game winning streak after beating Boston 6-5 last time out. When you look at Tampa Bay, to be fair, I don't know if a lot of folks are going to be on them. Let's double check the stacks tool before I get into each player. You can see a lot of green across there. See runs. The team point implied total is yet to be out for Tampa right now. Don't know why, but that's fine. That'll give us a little bit extra leverage or a leg. People will scroll through and they'll go, oh, well, Tampa and Toronto, there's no over-under for it yet. No team point implied totals. I'm just going to skip it all together. We can't afford to do that on such a small slate here. So let's get right into the players. And I do want to say a few things, and I'll just implement it in as we're going. Looks to be leading off, third baseman, first baseman, Yandi Diaz. You can see him right there. So far, Yandi, 2.7 on FanDuel, 3.4 on DK, only 14 beans on Yahoo. Yandi Diaz, 30 runs, 15 RBI, 3 home runs. Nothing crazy, not lighting the world on fire, but one thing that stuck out to me, and I have it in my notes, which I can share here. Yandi's walked. He's taken 40 bases on balls, yet he's only struck out 29 times. That average, that I know the pitcher that's a whip, walks, hits per innings here, but Yandi has taken 40 walks in comparison to 29 Ks. You love to see that, and especially in a lineup like tonight where all you got to do is get on base, and Wander Franco is next up in the order. Shoot, Isaac Paradis is next in the order. But Yandi Diaz here, look at his ownership percentage, 1.7%. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. And I will say this, I try and, when we're doing this stuff, I record, I try and do one shot, just one recording, go through it, edit it, and leave it alone from there. When you look at a guy like Diaz or a team like Tampa Bay here, I think they're really going to go on a run here, and you're going to want to be a part of it here. So let's go down the list here to in the 2 spot. Look at this one. Wander Franco back at shortstop. That is awesome to see. This team is young. They barely have a payroll. Obviously, we know that Tampa Bay plays in the AL East. The Yankees are running away with the sucker, 56-20. Boston, 43-33. Toronto, 42-33. And then there's Tampa Bay, 4th in this division, 40-34 here. They're 15 games back for first place. That don't matter. Let's talk about Wander Franco. Starting stud shortstop. His rookie cards are going crazy. $3,000 on FanDuel, 4.6 on DK, only $17 on Yahoo. And let's type him in here, and we'll see what we get. This gives us everything. Ownership percentage and Maikel Franco. I don't care about him, so we'll refer back to the study hub, and let's do it from a DraftKings perspective. When you look at Wander Franco in only 48 games, obviously this kid just came off the IL. He's had some groin and hamstring injuries. He's young enough to get over the hump pretty easily here. But so far, 27 runs, 21 RBI, 4 bombs, and 4 stolen bases. Slugging percentage is at 408. And when we scroll over here, when you look at this, it seems DraftKings, the Rise or Fall study hub on DK always strikes me. It's just straight to the point. Looks a little dry, but I like that. It's like old Wild West kind of stuff here. You go to the FanDuel, Discord, and look at all the lights. It's beautiful. It's like Christmas. But on DK, it's like, screw you and your lights. We're getting straight to the point here. And when you look at Yandi Diaz, Maikel Franco, this kid is going to be up to bat several times, obviously here. But I think he hits a bomb and he walks away with a stolen base in this one. Let's refer back to FanDuel briefly for in the 3-hole. Look at this one, Isaac Paradis. We know what he brings to the table in a small sample size so far. 17 runs, 21 RBI, 10 bombs, and if I'm not mistaken, from the top of my head, 8 of those bombs have been in the last 2 weeks. This kid has been hotter than a peppered pickle patch, as my grandma would say here. They got fleeced. They traded with the Tigers. We know that. They sent Austin Matthews like a week before opening day, and get this, Paradis, 10 bombs so far, and he was just called up not too long ago. Paradis has only played in 36 games. Austin Meadows, if I remember correctly, up to this moment in time, has yet to hit a bomb, while Paradis has hit like 8 in the last 2 weeks. So you look at his ownership percentage, only 2.6%. I'm sure that Paradis, going against Kikuchi, haven't seen a lot of each other, if at all here, the left-handed pitcher. And Kikuchi, he'll have 1 good start, 3 bad starts, 2 good starts, then 6 bad starts in a row. He's kind of fallen into that. He's like an innings eater, kind of like Marco Gonzalez is here. So I believe Tampa Bay, Paradis, Franco, they can really get a hold of one here. Now in the 4 spot, this is where things get strange. Again, it's early in the morning. Let's type in Harold and see what we get. Harold Ramirez. 2.3 on FanDuel, 2.9 on DK, and then on Yahoo, he's $16 here. Now, depending on what site you go to, here, look, Harold Ramirez looked to be batting 4th on the FanDuel study hub, on the DK study hub. I would imagine it's going to be, yep, there he is, 4th. Now, Harold Ramirez so far, 311 average, 359 on base, 412 slugging percentage. Nobody gives a crap about Harold Ramirez. And when you look at his price tag, only 2.3 on FanDuel, 2.9 on DK. That's absurd to me, given the fact that he's stolen 3 bases, he hit 3 bombs, and they trust this kid enough to bat 4th in a lineup with Franco and Isaac, Yandi, and even Randy here in this one. So to me, Harold Ramirez makes for a beautiful anchor in our stacks today. Let's go down to the last spot here, and we'll get the heck out of here. I love to give you a 5th guy just in case, and they'll move these guys around in a specific order. But Randy Arozania, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. I apologize to him and you if that is not the correct pronunciation. Randy, 2.9 on FanDuel, 4.5 on DK, and on Yahoo, he's $18. And let's scroll go over and check out a few things. Randy has faced Kikuchi several times in his career, and when you look at this one, look at Randy right here. His DK rating, 52.97, a little bit lower than a guy like Yandi, who I mentioned, Harold Ramirez, who I mentioned at 70, but his tier value is an A, and that's all based on price tag, as I said, 2.9 on FanDuel, 4.5 on DK, only $18 on Yahoo. And when we go down here, look, there's a C and there's an A. As I've said the last few videos, actually the last few weeks, I really do believe us true blue DFSers, pros, whether you're just a fan, you love just doing it for the camaraderie of it all, I do truly believe people pay a very high stock into their projection tier, into their value tier. And look at Harold on DK. His projection is a C. Let's check in on Harold on FanDuel. We'll bring my face back in and we'll get the heck out of here. Here we go. Harold Ramirez looks to be batting fourth. You'll love to see that. Only 2.2% ownership. And here we go. His projection tier is only a D. And that projection is only about 9.2 runs, which again, I think is that's a nice number here. But again, one swing of the bat, you just absolutely annihilate that. And at only 2.2% ownership, too good to be true. Let's bring my face back in. We'll do a couple maintenance things and we'll get the heck out of here on our way to Friday. Hey, and here we are back again for the closing of the video. Thanks for being here. I do want to say thank you. I'm humbled. I'm excited. I'm very thankful. Videos are starting to pick up the pace. Some nights are better than others. That's just the life of playing DFS or sports betting here. As long as we are having, I know it's going to sound corny to say, like you're talking to your grandma or grandpa. Well, but as long as you're having fun, it's going to be okay. And guess what, people? I'm having a blast doing these videos and doing my notes and everything. And the last few nights have been prosperous. Pittsburgh was awesome. Minnesota in some way was okay. They lost, but they hung 6 runs. So it is what it is. But tonight, I'm telling you folks, stack the Tampa Bay Rays. I honestly believe, and I'm not just saying this for the sake of the video, I honestly think Tampa Bay is going to go on some massive run where they win like 20 out of the next 25 games or 20-something out of the next 30 games. They got Franco back right in the lineup, and that's what they're doing. That's what they're all about. And when you get a guy like Paradis coming out of nowhere, can he keep this thing up? And again, they got Vidal Brajun in second base as well, who's been up and down and up and down. He's going to be implemented into this line, and they're just going to be a bunch of young, quick, fast-hitting kids, and they're going to go for, are they going to give the Yankees a push for the division? Absolutely not, but a wild card berth and a tear, and we need to be on our DFS radar the rest of this season. Before you split, make sure you go to the website, Team Rise or Fall. Use promo code Beastie. You'll get $10 off your first month of premium services. I thank you very much. I think Tampa Bay wins this one 7-2, 8-3, something like that. So the over is very much in play. And again, stack up Diaz, Franco, Paradis, Ramirez, and Randy A in this one. And I will see you tomorrow for Friday's Beasties Boomers. Again, another week is gone. I cannot believe how fast time is going by. Before you know it, it'll be football season, and we'll be right back where we started. Until I see you tomorrow, be good, stay safe, and hydrated. Bye-bye.